Hey guys, HerbQuest here, once again, back with the audiobook series. There were two more books released with Fossil Island, so I will be reading both of those. This is the Ancient Diary. This is the book that you find fully complete in the house on the hill on Fossil Island. The other book, you need to fill the pages yourself. That will be the next book. Once you find this book, it also appears on one's player-owned house bookshelf. Ancient Diary. He came. I always knew he would. The years have not softened him. He is still filled with the same anger as the day I left him. I was half tempted to turn him away before he even set foot on the island. However, I decided to hear him out. I knew I wouldn't like it, but I hoped a little piece of him may remain. I was wrong, of course. He didn't come here for me. He didn't even know I was still alive. He was here for only one reason: war. He desired to access the island so that he may conduct his own experiments on the flora here. I turned him away. I have no more desire now to involve myself in his war than I did all those years ago, and I do not intend to see him turn my island to ash. He argued, of course, just as he did before. He insisted that only through him would our race survive. He is so blinded by hate that he's forgotten what he should really be fighting for. He relented in the end, and once again, I am alone. Although the largest, this is not the only island in the region, and many of the surrounding islands have flora like what is found here. One day, I looked out onto another of the islands, only to be filled with horror. He had not given up. He could not have my island, so instead he claimed his own. I watched as his forces arrived and began their work. Over the weeks, a great fortress began to appear in the middle of the island. It grew and grew until it towered over everything else in the archipelago. Once the fortress was built, they began to bring in creatures from across the world. They brought them to the island and took them into the fortress. Day and night I hear the shrieks and cries as he performs his experiments. I can't allow this to continue. His work will soon bring war. I went to him. I didn't want to, of course, but I cannot allow him to destroy everything I've worked for. He met me at the gates of his fort. Lithcrin, he called it. He once again tried to appeal to me, and I appealed to him. He encouraged me to work alongside him for the good of our people. I begged him to leave before his war destroyed our last hope of salvation. Neither of us got what we wanted, and I left empty-handed. For many months, I debated what to do. I, of course, could have attempted to fight him myself. I knew that would not end well, though. I was hopelessly outnumbered, and besides, war is not my way. Instead, I decided to sabotage his operation. If the island has nothing for him, then he will move on. But before I could finish my preparations, disaster struck. They came. The battle raged on for many days, and both sides suffered heavy losses. I watched as the skies filled with fire and the seas with blood. By the end, there was little left. The fortress was a ruin, and the island an empty waste. I feared the humans would turn to my island next, but they thankfully left. I thought about going there. I thought about trying to find him, I didn't, though. I knew he was gone. Once, I would have mourned him, but as I look over the wastes, I feel nothing. Instead, I return to my work. Someone must save our race, and war is not the way. And we've reached the end of the ancient book. Well, that certainly provides a little bit of background to Fossil Island and some of the neighboring islands. I think that may also confirm some things about raids, perhaps. The new raids, that is, and about its potential existence. It does seem like that story might lead to a new raid, like the he that the author was talking about could end up being quite similar to Zarek in a lot of ways, or possibly even Zarek himself. They might be one and the same. That's just speculation, though. There's no actual evidence that points to that. It's just a random theory I pulled out of somewhere. By the way, just as a reminder, the Deadman tournament is afoot as this video is being made. It's the day before right now, but by the time it is released, I think I'll schedule this to release the day of Deadman. I'll be going over my general plans in my next coming progress video, so stay tuned for that to find out about the channel scheduling and all that good stuff. Hope you guys enjoy the tournament that's going on. Hope you guys enjoy the final hour. I'm liking the changes they made to it, and maybe I'll see some of you guys in game. Peace, guys, and if you are a participant, then I wish you luck. $20,000 on the line. Peace.